Vayichanes Pnei Ha'ir. In this week's Parsha, Yaakov encamps around the city. Rashi points out that it was Erev Shabbos, and quoting the Shiltos, which is expanded by the Midrash, says that it actually was Erev Shabbos, and he was making an Erev Tchumen. He was making a boundary around the place where he was residing, Sukkot, that he would be able to walk around on Shabbos. Now, what's striking is that it says in the Gemara in Yuma that Avram Avinu kept Erev Tafshilin, that he kept the mitzvah that allows you to cook from Yom Tov to Shabbos. Now, why is it that Chazal say that Yaakov kept Erev Tchumen and that Avram Avinu kept Erev Tafshilin? Yaakov kept this mitzvah that is involved with the boundary around your house on Shabbos, and Avram Avinu kept a mitzvah that allowed him to cook from Yom Tov to Shabbos. Why is that significant? The Meshech Chochmah says that Yaakov was all about building up his family, building up Bnei Yisrael. And therefore, there needed to be proper tchumen, there needed to be proper boundaries to make sure that his family is protected so they can grow. Avram Avinu, he was the hachnasas orchim par excellence. He was all about inviting guests. And the whole idea of the Erev Tafshilin is based on the concept, which is quoted in the Gemara in Beitzah, of hoil. Since orchim, since guests might come into your house on Yom Tov, and you're cooking, now in your head you're cooking for Shabbos, but you're cooking this on Yom Tov, someone opens up the door and says, can I come over for a little bit? And then you give them some of your food. That's actually why you're halachically allowed to cook on Yom Tov, because maybe guests might come over. So that, of course, fits right into Avram's personality. This is so interesting because what the Meshech Chochmah is saying is that we have two modalities. There's the outreach of Avram Avinu, the spreading of monotheism, the proselytizing of Avram Avinu, and yet you have the insular fashion of Yaakov, building up his family, focusing on the children. We have to make sure that we strike a balance between these two modalities. You see this paradigm at a Jewish wedding. It starts off with the chuppah, and everyone in the community is rejoicing with the chassan and kala, and that chuppah is open on all four sides. But then the bride and groom are whisked to the yichud room, that room of seclusion, where they just share a time with themselves. And here you see the flow between being involved with the community, but then also making sure that you have that sacred space just to have that boundary between the couple themselves. May we be blessed to strike that balance between Avram Avinu and Yaakov, between Erev Tchumen and Erev Tafshilin, between the chuppah and the yichud room, and be able to fully embrace the outreach of Avram Avinu, but also the importance of setting up the proper boundaries for our families. Shabbat Shalom.